Alright, this is an unboxing video of the HP Omen 35-inch 3540 by, or 3440 by 1440 monitor. Let me see here. I will go step by step in the first video, kind of showing how the quality of the unboxing is. And I will go ahead and move on to show some of the quality aspects of the monitor itself once it's set up on my desk. And then go ahead and take you guys through it, whoever's watching it. Let's see. As you can see, it's a big-ass box. What a surprise there, huh? I need some... Suppose I can use a pinch, no problem. Suckers don't cut too well, so I wouldn't recommend using one myself. Unfortunately, it's all I got. So it is what it is. Apologize, I have a cold, so you can deal with it. Okay, this is a gigantic box, so it is ultra wide, and I'll go through the specs on it. Let's see, let's go ahead and let's add the fact that it's also G-Sync, and I'll edit all this shit later, because it is indeed G-Sync. Got a 4 millisecond response time. It is a VA panel. It's not quantum dot. Native refresh on it is yeah, it is 100 Hertz. Supposedly overclockable to 120. We shall see how that goes in actual benchmark. The system this will go on is a 1080 Ti SLI setup, and I forgot to actually put in the description, but I have some new specs for my computer, which I can take from this. And I can go ahead and I'm using both for the main PC, and they got same specs on it, so 700K. And I'll go ahead and get rid of the Threadripper. So yeah, if you guys don't know, I switched from the Threadripper build to my Intel build. The rest is pretty much the same, except for the motherboard, which went from Gaming Pro Carbon AC to the, let's see here, ASUS Maximus X Hero board. And then, yeah, let's continue with it. Okay. Oh, it's got, as you know, it's ultra wide, so it's going to be a 21:9 aspect ratio, and as you can see, it's my webcam is only, I think it's 16:9, maybe not even 16:9, looks like a 4:3 to me, but when I natively stream in ultra wide, so it's not going to be any different than it used to during all my streams. Well, we can take a look at the box right here. And it looks like box shows on the spec 35 inches. So I was looking at some of the ASUS and Acer, you know, their 34-inch lineups. They look really good, those monitors. It's not like those are garbage or anything. This is actually the only one that was available with me here in Japan, so I chose it by default. And this one actually is the larger of the bunch. Like again, I'll go over the specs again. It is a 35-inch monitor. It's a 21:9 ultra wide. It is a 100 hertz native panel. It's not a 60 hertz overclocked to 100 hertz. It will hit 100 hertz guaranteed. It's not like those, you know, those Acer monitors. Well, they say it could possibly hit 100 hertz, but it's not actually guaranteed, and people get like 95 hertz sometimes. So it's got 4 millisecond response, 2500. Contrast ratio is 2501. It's got gsync support, so I've only had gsync on my laptop, so hopefully this makes it a little bit nicer. And let's get to it. I bought this at Big Camera. Here in Japan, it's got every instruction that you can see or require. Oh, it's huge. This sucker is huge. I had a nightmare carrying this sucker up to my mansion here. So we got some. Yep. I really wish I had some screwdrivers. Yeah, I do have a screwdriver right here. So it looks like it comes, you know, very heavy, and that's a good thing. It's in a heavy box. It looks like it's protected. That's what's important. Okay, so. Looks like it's all protected, yeah. And they did a pretty good job with it. But this is not really what sold me on it. I was thinking about getting that 240 hertz monitor, but considering that I'm not an esports gamer, it's suffice to say that it's not too important to have 240 hertz when you're not an esports gamer, I suppose. I used one at the stores, it was incredible, but since we got two 1080 Ti's, we got what we got. 3440. I want image quality. I like content creation. Ooh, so this is kind of a delightful little package. Turn on the light for you guys so you can see stuff. Okay, so there is a instruction manual. This is literally first unboxing. There is like no test going on here. One sec. So we have our, I hope it can be seen easier now. We have this Instruction manual, so optimum resolution shows the obvious suspects. So we open it up. I think this is like, okay. I was thinking it's some warranty pamphlet, but it actually shows, look, don't hold like this from the sides, hold it from the bottom. Oh no, that's not obvious. Well, clip it in that way and put your display port in. Put your display port in that way and hold it that way, and yeah, it's pretty obvious. So we'll put that on a little coffee table I got here. And then again with the, this is actually pretty nice. So this is how it's packaged. It's not, you know, it had this like right here, I guess. So we got some more pamphlets. A driver CD, which we never will need because we have internet. We have some fucking fast internet in this house, so we don't worry ourselves with that internet. Well, there's a hardware setup guide, and it's oh, and here's the warranty support guide. It says "Supporto Guido" in Japanese. Well, it's the phonetic. Hardware Gente Hosho. From HP Japan. Options. Curved display. Yeah, it's got a 1800R curve to it, so it's actually pretty pronounced. Okay, so we got some cables in here. Got some red ass. Look at these red ass. Damn. We have HDMI. It looks like the HDMI cable and a very short display cable. I don't. Yeah, good thing I already got some display, display port cables. So I get some really short one, $1,400 monitor. I don't know. I think this is probably the vase mount. Yeah, so what vase mount's pretty cool. If you get one of those, arms, put your monitor, do your thing, swivel around if you want to. We're not going to need that today. So there we go. So we had the charger, just the usual suspects. It's electronics, and ooh, look at her. She is gorgeous, isn't she? Well, you can't tell, but wow, that is one mighty large monitor. I thought it was a vase mount, but it actually isn't. I think it's the base plate. No, this looks like a vase mount to me. Well, it is a vase mount. Comes with a free Mesa mount, VESA mount. It's an international standard for like mounting monitors. And then what you have here is the physical monitor itself. very heavy. Wow, that's heavy. Wow, that is a heavy monitor. And look at the kitty cam. Oh, meow, huh? She wants to have some other goodness. Some smelly goodness. No, you came to say hello? Came to say hello? This is, her name is Meow. In Japanese, it's Meow. Look at that cute kitty. Okay, so, we can go ahead and plug it in. There's going to be some straggles in order to do that. I have every conceivable plug already plugged in. Henceforth, it's definitely not going to plug in without some discrepancy. Shit. How am I going to do that? It's not going to be too hard. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so pretty much all this stuff kind of connects all together. We'll take this apart and we'll look at the build quality. Look at this. Ow. That is one heavy sucker. Well, we Japanese, so we gotta do everything on the ground. Ah, shit. Wow. That is a beautiful little monitor. Well, we'll figure that out by these instruction manuals. One, tilt monitor forward. Two, take out plastic. So it comes with like this pretty cheapo fucking plastic part in the back right here. As you can see, it comes right out. I guess that protects nothing. And it's very easy to, oh wow, it's almost like it's on a spring or something. See that? Barely touch it, and that's pretty cool. So they ironed out some of the kinks in this monitor. So that's what she looks like. It's not half bad. And I will go ahead and get her mounted, and I'll probably do another video that shows the image quality, some benchmarks, how double 1080 Ti's do, powering 3440 by 1440. I think pretty much it says it. It's the G-Sync. It runs from the 30 to 100 hertz range, thus it's native 100 hertz versus 60 hertz, because the G-Sync range actually covers the whole gamut in terms of the refresh range. There was some flickering issues under 30 FPS, but we're not gonna have an issue with that because we run some decent graphics power in this workstation. So I'll go ahead and do a circle through. that's actually my system itself. There you go. It'll be connecting to that. If it will focus. It doesn't look like it wants to. I like showing that sucker off. It's gorgeous. So that is a nice centerpiece for this this build. The build will be nice, accommodated by this monitor. Whew. And that's pretty much that for now. Alright, well, I'll end the stream there by telling the specs again. Like I said, HP Omen. It is the the 35-inch version. It's a 3440 by 1440. So 3440 horizontal resolution, and then 1440p, so vertical resolution. G-Sync support, 2501 contrast ratio, 30 to 100 hertz G-Sync range. Oh, the gamut of ports on here is it's got one display port, which is kind of unfortunate, but it is you know, it's a display port 1.2, and then it has 3 USB 3.0 ports, 1 HDMI port, and it has a headphone jack. It's got speakers on it. It's got some. I'll show you some of the RGB stuff in my next video, but for now, that's pretty much. It's pretty much gonna wrap it up. Guy's saying it's a 21:9 ultra wide resolution, and it'll go great with any build. It is a VA panel. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one. Bye bye, guys. Click like if you want to like the video, or subscribe if you want to see some more content. I do work with some pretty high-end shit, so if you like to watch people working with high-end shit, this is a channel to subscribe to, and we're pretty laid back and relaxed here. My name is George, signing out for now.